This is Mickey Sunshine Creates. I'm welcome back to my channel. I had prepared a whole WIP Chat yesterday, and unfortunately the sound didn't come through. I'm not sure why. I'm talking quietly right now because my roommate is asleep and I don't want to wake him. Let him have a couple of more hours. I'm still working on my mystery canvas from Evermoment and my Secret Santa. Thank you again, Secret Santa. This one is it's from Evermoment, and I like it. I've got some trash drills, not a bit of a few. There's some strays in there also, so. And I put some extra 3-placers in there, just in case. But I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about why my memory is so full of holes. I have fibromyalgia like many millions of other people. But there's no research being done on it, at least not sufficient. So it's kind of hard to feel optimistic about any sort of cure or comfort, because right now we just treat the symptoms. And that includes pain medications, which I really don't like taking. So I don't take them until the pain is so great that I can't I can't go on anymore. When I start crying in pain, that's time to take a pill. But I wait as long as I possibly can. Now, fibromyalgia needs to be triggered by something, either a physical or an emotional trauma. This is why I believe it's neurological in its basic. I was always told that fibromyalgia was a biochemical deficiency of the neurotransmitters of the brain that affect pain and sleep. They're just not able to find any direct root cause. There is none that they can see naturally. And my fibromyalgia was triggered from an accident way back in 1986. Yes, when I was a young woman and married to my second husband, we'd gone on vacation to Sanibel Captiva. If you've never been there, I highly recommend it. They are 2 beautiful twin islands that near Fort Myers and Marco Island, but I think it's between them. And you could swear you were in the Bahamas. It's just so beautiful and tropical and lush, and there's so much to do there. You can rent scooters and scoot around looking at all the sights and the lighthouse and everything else. You can rent a boat and go fishing. There's also a private island with a restaurant on it, which is very nice. And there's the bubble room. Gotta try the bubble room if you ever go. The food is fantastic. And it's a lot of fun too. It's a very fun restaurant to go to. And until you go there, you won't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, we were at dinner on Thursday night and discussing what we were going to do the next day. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that when we went to sleep, we had agreed to rent a boat to go fishing, because we hadn't done that yet. We'd rented a boat, but we'd only gone as far as the island restaurant and just tooled around. We didn't really do any serious fishing, which is what I wanted to do. I like fishing. And so we were going to rent a boat. And so I go to sleep Thursday, and I wake up Saturday in the hospital. The complete day of Friday, from the time I woke up until the time I woke in the hospital on Saturday, I have no recollection of. It's a complete and total blank. But my then husband, told me constantly what happened. He kept reassuring me. And it took me a while to actually remember everything. But apparently a car forced me off the road. I'd hit an 18-inch deep pothole, lost control, and ran into a concrete post. My right side hit the post because the tire went between the post and a guardrail that was bent back but had never been fixed. It had been bent from a previous accident and never fixed. And my front tire just headed right in between the post and the guardrail. Otherwise, I might have bounced off. But I didn't. I hit the post. I flew off the back of the bike, landed on my back, and I was apparently unconscious. Like I said, this is all stories to me because I don't remember any of it. I was airlifted to Fort Myers Hospital, and I was very lucky that I had no serious external injuries or even internal injuries. I did have 5 basilar skull fractures, a blowout orbital fracture of the right eye. My right jaw was dislocated. My right shoulder was dislocated. But that was about it. The rest was not even scrapes. No, hardly any at all. And apparently we weren't going that fast, thank God. But, yeah, that was my accident. And I have no recollection of it to this day. Just what I was told. I was also told that the car that forced me off the road, had stopped, threw my then husband a blanket, said, "I can't do anything else, I'll go for help," got back in her car and left. Never saw her again. So much for taking responsibility. In my opinion, it was a hit and run, because she never came back. At the very least, she was an eyewitness. But if that's what she wants to do, that's what she wants to do. There's nothing I could have done about it, even had I been awake. But as a result of the accident, I was brain damaged. I had what they called bizarre amnesia. And they call it that because it's just bizarre that there are chunks of your memory that have disappeared. And they don't know why. It's very bizarre. But that happened. And now I get to live with the aftermath of it all. And even though it's been over 30 years, 34 years? That accident still has repercussions for me. It left me with a very bad back. But again, nothing conclusive that can be fixed. Just soft tissue injury that is not healing, regardless of the exercises I do. Plus, I quit smoking during that, after that accident, and that didn't help with the weight. So I put on all that extra weight that I didn't need to, and now I've got it, and I can't do anything about it. Well, no, I'm doing what I can. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, my cats. Here's a little picture of Gizmo, just a few seconds of him. He's not very cooperative. Gizmo. Hey, Gizmo. Yeah. Hi. You gonna say hi? Gizmo. Say hi to everyone. Hi. That's my kitty cat, Gizmo. He's adorable, but a pest. And a pain in the butt because he poops on the floor. Thank God we have tile. It's much easier to clean off than a carpet would be. And what else? And now if you hear him in the background crying, it's because he wants my roommate to wake up and feed him. But he doesn't get fed till 10 o'clock, and it's only 9:30. No, it's 10:30. Oops, I'm late. It's time to feed the kitties. I'm going to pause while I feed the kitties. And I'm back. So the cats are all fed and happy now. They've stopped crying and making a racket, waking my roommate up. We didn't get to sleep until very late last night. Which happens often. I must say the drills are pretty good on here. Like I said, there are some trash drills that I'm finding, but not as many as in other kits. Maybe I'm just being very picky, going only for the perfect ones. Well, really, I don't have a lot to talk about because not a lot happens to me. I can give you some ancient history. You noted I did say my second husband. I've been married 3 times, and only the last one was very, very pleasant. The first 2 were not so. I may tell you about them another time. I don't know if I want to do so on video, captured for all eternity. Besides, they say you shouldn't talk bad of someone, and if you have nothing good to say, say nothing. So maybe I will say nothing. Let's just suffice that I was married to my first husband for 4 months before I left. I was married to my second husband for 7 years before I left. Both of them were of the same personality type, controlling. And my last husband left me. We were married for 12 years. I have no children, never wanted any, and I don't regret not having any. I have 3 wonderful nieces, and they're my girls. So, my nieces are my girls, and I'm so proud of all 3 of them. They've come so far. They all waited to get married. They didn't rush into it when they were younger, even though they could have. Especially Paige and Jeffrey, the middle two. They were childhood sweethearts. And they got very antsy and wanted to get married right away. When my niece was in college and they got back together. But they waited, had their weddings the proper way.
Hi.
Okay, my roommate just came in and wanted to discuss something, so we took a short break. Not noticeable for you. And I forgot what we were talking about. See, my mind is like a sieve. Words and events and things go in, but they kind of slide right back out again. What were we talking about? Oh, husbands. Yeah, anyway, when the third one left, I kind of said, that's it. That's when I stopped celebrating Christmas. I stopped really going out anywhere except to the doctor and other various appointments I have to have. But, yeah, the only thing I do light the candles on Hanukkah. I promised my grandmother, and that's the one thing I'll do, because it's easy, it doesn't hurt me. And if it makes her happy up there, then I'll make her happy. Or down here, wherever she is, listening to me. If she is. That's questionable, too, in my mind. Not that I believe in ghosts. I do and I don't. I've had some very strange experiences in the past. And you will never, ever, 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 and I mean ever, catch me playing with the Ouija board again. Not that anything harmful happened, but scared the bejesus out of me. I was told I had a guardian angel, Michaela. But apparently he was a young boy and very mischievous. Because he used to take things of mine. I swear, things disappeared. They'd disappear for 2 or 3 days, and then they'd show up in a different position. Or in the same location. That's what creeped me out. They'd show up in the same location I left them. It's like, maybe you overlooked them. No, I did not overlook them. I'm telling you, they weren't here. They weren't here 2 days ago. Where'd they come from? So, I won't play with Ouija board again. You open a portal, God knows what'll come through. Not that I believe in that stuff. much. But one should be open to possibilities. One should be open to spirit to talk to you and give you comfort. Well, I can't say I am. I got another color. We're done with this one. But now I have 2 cats. One you saw, which was Gizmo. He's such a cutie. He really is such a cutie. But he's a pain in the butt because he does poop on the floor. And he meows a lot. And the other is a beautiful little calico named Jaxie. She is so pretty, and she's such a good girl. And that's her you can hear. She wants scratches. Pet me. So yes, I'm owned by 2 cats, and I love them dearly, but they are camera shy. I cannot get them. As soon as I put the camera on, they either disappear or they just lay there like lumps on a log. This is after going crazy or doing something nuts that I want to catch a picture of. I grab the camera, I turn it on, I turn towards them, they stop. I don't know how people get those shots of their cats doing things, because I sure can't. No, we don't have this one in here. Do we have this one? Yes, this we have plenty of. It's a little warm in here. And the AC is on. But it's got to be around 80 degrees outside. And it's hot in here. And I go from hot to freezing. It's very funny. Towards the afternoon, around 5, 6, 7 o'clock, right around when Wheel of Fortune is on, I start getting the chills. And the temperature hasn't changed. Go figure. The temperature remains pretty much constant in the house. It's 74 degrees. And I get the chills, and I can't figure out why. I've been digging out my old blanket for the couch so that when I go out on my chair, my recliner, watching TV, I can keep myself covered. Then I get hot. That's right. First you get the chills, and then of course you get hot, so you have to kick off the covers. It's never ending, is it? It's just back and forth like that. First you're hot, then you're cold, then you're hot, then you're cold, then you're cold, then you're hot. And you just can't figure it out. And I'd say, I blame it on menopause, but I thought I was over it a long time ago. I don't think I have, still am suffering from the symptoms. I don't get hot flashes very often. I do get them still, but not very often at all. Though it seems like maybe it is still symptoms of menopause, even though it's been like 14 years. Gosh, 14 years since I first discovered I was in menopause. Oh well, that's life for you. Anyway, oh, I don't know if I've talked enough about nothing, or how much time we've encountered here. Yeah, this is coming along nicely. I do like this. This is, as you can see, I prefer bigger areas to work on. It's still small area, still manageable to me. I can complete one of these in about 3 hours because I don't rush. I'm enjoying this hobby and I don't want it to be over, though I do want to start the next one. The next one, I think, if something else doesn't come along, is going to be that Hankins painting that I received. The little chimney Santa. So I'll have that for next year, unless I save it for next year. I may save it for next year. It's probably a good idea. But I'm dying to work on a Hankins. I love their paintings. I haven't had one problem with them so far. Hankins Painting Store. I'll put a link down below. So I craft and I create, hence Mickey Sunshine Creates. I create things when I craft. And in case you want to know, I knit, crochet, cross stitch, latch hook, color, diamond paint, and a bunch of other stuff if I can find the money for them. Because for me, money is tight. I want a fixed income. And that fixed income is not very big. I'm very grateful to my roommate for being my roommate, because nobody else would put up with me the way he does. I'm sorry, that's funny to me. No, he is one of the kindest, nicest, sweetest persons I know. And I think part of the reason it works is that we get along great, we're polite to each other, we don't expect anything from each other, there's no expectations. It's rather nice, it's pleasant, and we've been roommates now for almost 17 years. Actually 17 going on 18 years. And that's a long time to be living with someone who's not your husband. And he's not my boyfriend, he's not my significant other, he's just my roommate. But in many ways, he's my caregiver, because since my illnesses have gotten worse, he's done most of the cooking. No, I'm sorry, I do the cooking. He does the shopping. He does most of the shopping and goes out and picks up my medication for me, takes me to the doctors. I call it our me time. But it's cool, you know, it's nice having a roommate that you can trust and that you know isn't going to screw you over. And after 17 years, I don't think so. And this is why I will never get married again. I'm too comfortable, too set in my ways. I like my life. Even though I don't go out much and I don't have many friends. I have friends online. But I don't have many corporeal, real friends. I have one best friend, but we've been taking a break, so to speak. She's been busy with other things and I haven't bothered her. So we're kind of like just taking a break. But I know we're best friends, so practically sisters, so it doesn't matter if next time I see her, it's going to be like didn't ever disappeared from each other. Of course, we don't have that much in common, but we do love each other. And I love her mother. Her mom is, God bless her, mom is 97 years old. Or is it 96? I think she just turned 96. And this woman is remarkably spry. Unfortunately, she recently had a couple of heart attacks and broke her hip. She broke her hip first, then she had a couple of heart attacks. So she's not in such great shape right now. She's been in much better shape, let's say. But that's the way it is. And I think that's all there is, folks. I will come back with some more about my life, my loves, my likes, my hates. And we'll get on with some more stories. Maybe this next time there'll be funny stories. Though I think it was funny what happened, so don't ask me. I have a bizarre sense of humor. Comes from the bizarre amnesia. I'm sorry, I laugh at the stupidest things. Anyway, if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm glad you stopped by. Please consider subscribing and press that bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And it's very random. So hit the bell. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and let me know how I'm doing. If you have any concerns or comments or constructive criticisms, or you want to let me know what you'd like to see from me in the future, please leave a comment below and let me know. Until then, thank you so much for coming. Arrivederci.